For those of you who don't know who I am, you've never been to these presentations before, my name is William Gallagher. I am one of the senior market analysts with Market Traders Institute. We do Forex trading. We do also options and stocks training as well here at the Market Traders Institute. If you've been to some of our webinars before, we've talked about several different trading strategies, different programs that we provide here. I actually have something very interesting I'll be sharing with you here today, something we normally don't do. I'm actually be talking about our market scanner. I'm going to show you today how you can use our market scanner to help you quickly find opportunities in this market, and it can actually help you set up your trading opportunities as you're going along. Now, because we are going to be going in, I will be pulling this scanner up here. I will be showing you potential trading opportunities. I do want to let everybody know that trading does have its own form of risk involved. You shouldn't invest money that you can't afford to lose. You should always trade with proper equity management in mind. Now, we do teach that in our program here, but I just want to make sure that everybody understands that there is no such thing as an undefeated season with trading, and you may incur losses from time to time. The key is keep your profits high and have minimal losses. Now, like I said, I'm going to be walking you through, showing you how this market scanner works, but don't take this as actual investment or trading advice, because we are going to walk through several trade examples here. I am going to show you some different trading opportunities here, but ultimately it comes time for you to trade live, and that decision to make that specific trade is yours and yours alone. And for once again, those of you who are brand new, quick background about who I am. Once again, my name is William Gallagher. I'm one of the senior market analysts here at Market Traders Institute. I've had years of experience in these markets, been trading since 1998. I've also worked for several different financial companies and firms. So the reason I talk about that is because it's giving me knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes in the financial world, but I also know the differences between the markets, for instance, stock market, options, and the Forex market. In fact, I am a multi-class trader. I do trade stocks, I do trade options, and I do trade the Forex. So actually, we'll be using this tool here today to kind of give you an idea of how I help define some of my trading opportunities. I'm also a student of Market Traders Institute, so that's the neat thing about this is that those of you, if you choose to go through our complete education, I was once a brand new student, and I've learned a lot from Market Traders Institute as far as trading in these markets. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with who Market Traders Institute is, Market Traders Institute, we are based out of Orlando, Florida. The building on your screen right here, this is actually our brand new building. We just moved in here about a month ago. We were based out of Lake Mary, Florida. Now we're located close to downtown Orlando. We actually just bought a brand new 70,000 square foot training facility here. The neat thing about this is that you can actually come to our building, get trained live in person. If you want to learn how to do this, and you go through our program here. But a little bit more Market Traders Institute. We actually just celebrated our 22nd anniversary in April. So we've been around for 22 years. We actually had a nice little 22nd anniversary event here in Orlando. About 250 of our students came here to tour the new building. We had a nice little event for them. But a little bit about Market Traders Institute. The fact I'm trying to say is that over the last 22 years, we've actually trained over 30,000 students on how to trade, and that is worldwide. Now, we are getting a little bit of press here. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen right here, this logo. A lot of you might recognize this, Inc. magazine. We actually featured in the most recent Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in the world. Now, the reason we got on this list is for one thing. The bottom line is we are getting results for our students in this market. Our success in this market comes from building successful traders. We do that here by providing a combination of tools, training, and live in the market mentorship. And as you see in the letter here, we're mentioning the same breath as GoPro, Under Armour, Microsoft, and this only continues if we keep delivering the results. And these are the type of results. If you go onto our Facebook page, you can see our students go on there daily and post their results here. But what we'll do is let's go ahead and let's get started here. You have a little bit about who I am. You have an idea of who Market Traders Institute is. Before we jump into this here, the neat thing about this market scanner is that you can utilize it for both stocks and for the Forex market. So what I'd like to do is before we jump in here, I don't want to spend a lot of time on either market if you aren't a specific trader here. So if everybody just quickly type in the chat box. If you are a stock trader, type in stocks. If you're a Forex trader, type in Forex. If you trade both, type in both. It's going to give me an idea of who I have with me here in the room here. Okay, great. Yeah, so it looks like we have, wow, a lot of stock traders here today. A lot of stock and options. Yeah, NT. I see a lot of you typing in stocks here. So what we'll do then is I'll pull this up here. I'll actually show you here. So it looks like the majority of the room here. We have, what, about 230 of you here in the room. It looks like probably, I'd say probably about 80% of you are stocks. But I'll actually pull it up here and I'll show you here how to trade. Use this to trade the Forex market as well. So let's go ahead. Let's jump in right now. For those of you that are not familiar with on how the Forex market works, let me just give you a 2-second quick update here why you want to trade the Forex market as well. There's liquidity. It's one of the largest markets in the world. It's the size, like I said, I think there's right now there's over $5 trillion daily traded in this market. because of flexibility in the market, because of leverage, and it's easy to understand. Now, like I said, the Forex market is the largest financial market with almost limitless amounts of liquidity. What it really means is that it's a market of limitless financial opportunity. Now, it's also a very flexible market. There's 3 trading sessions that go on daily. So the neat thing about the Forex market is that you can actually trade it 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So there's a ton of potential in the Forex market as well. For those of you, I know a lot of you are stock and options traders. Those of you are interested in the Forex, just want to kind of give you some bullet points here. And the other neat thing about this is what I'm about to explain is that with stocks here, there's over 40,000 different stocks you can trade. Here in the Forex market, there's only about 60 different currency pairs to focus on. So the Forex market's a little bit easier. In the Forex market, we do go in, we do some trades, so let me get you quickly up to speed and explain to you what we'll be doing in the Forex market. In Forex market, we trade in pips. We're looking to capture what are called pips. Now, just as there are 100 pennies in a US dollar, there are 100 pips in a penny. So basically what you need to understand is that just like there's 100 pennies in a dollar, there are 100 pips in a penny, and a pip is represented by this 4th decimal point here. So let's go ahead, let's get started here. And the other thing neat about the Forex market is you also trade in lots. I won't go into a lot about that here today, but for those of you, in fact, that's what I'm going to do before. We're actually going to pull up the market scanner here right now. But for any point throughout the webinar, if you'd like to get some further information, I'm basically just going to be demonstrating the market scanner here today. If any point throughout the webinar, if you'd like to get some further information about our education here, about becoming a student, just simply type your phone number in the chat box. We can reach out to you, provide with information about that. But let's go ahead, let's start talking about the market scanner here. Now let me quickly explain to you here what the ultimate market scanner is going to do. For a lot of you here, if you're pulling up your charts, the question you have to ask yourself, where do you start? Do you know what you would do as far as actually looking for opportunity, and where would you be looking to get into this market here? And that's one of the biggest challenges we've seen, whether it's in the Forex market, stock and options market, is that one of the biggest places to look is actually start looking for trades here. And what happens is that a lot of uneducated traders, they spend hours and hours, they end up doing pointless analysis. This ultimately leaves them frustrated. They improperly enter into a trade. So what I want to do is let me quickly show you here how the market scanner can quickly help us find opportunity in this market here. And like I said, for those of you who are stock and options traders, you probably already know there's over 40,000 different stocks you can watch and trade in this market. So you can probably sit down at your table and probably maybe find an opportunity or two, but you're probably missing out on a bunch of other opportunities that the market scanner is going to quickly show you here. So let me quickly show you how this market scanner works, and we'll pull this up here. Basically what we'll do is I'm going to show you here and demonstrate this for you on how you can actually go in and use the market scanner to set up your criteria here, and it'll actually pull up opportunities. And I actually have here actually a Forex opportunity. For those of you that are not familiar with how the Forex market works, in fact, let me pull this up here. In the Forex market, we trade in currencies. In this case here, it pulled up saying that the Great British Pound US dollar, this was an immediate opportunity. It gave us our entry, it gave us our profit targets, our stop loss, all this information is provided, done right here for you. So that's the neat thing about the market scanner is that you can use it as a standalone tool, like I'm about to demonstrate for you here. For those who'd like to do some analysis, you can do your own analysis. And we teach that as part of our education here, how to do that analysis as well. But I'm going to just focus here today on showing you how the market scanner works. In fact, I shall pull up here a trade here that just happened here about an hour or so ago on target here. I'll pull this up here in just a second. I'll show you actually where it told us where to get in, what our profit targets is and everything. So let's pull it up now. And here we go. So let me minimize this. And let me pull the market scanner up. I have it over here just like this. So if everybody can just go ahead, when you see the market scanner on your screen, go ahead, type in Y, type in yes. I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page before we jump into this here so we can get started here. Okay, great. Thank you, Fabian, Richard, Tony, Allison. Great. I appreciate everybody responding here. Like I said, I am working in a different office here today, so I don't know if there's a delay or something. I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here quickly. I'm going to reset everything, reset all this here, and we'll set this just simply there. So what you're looking at here, this is, like I said, this is our market scanner. This is generally the first step in what we do as far as looking for opportunities in the market. And with the market scanner, the biggest thing you can take away from this is that it is a huge time saver. Like I said, you can sit down at your table. In fact, I was just on Yahoo Finance earlier looking at opportunities. But the thing is that you're probably missing out on a bunch of opportunities you wouldn't even thought of. In fact, I'll pull one of those opportunities up here in just a second that I wouldn't even thought of myself here. So let me quickly explain to you how the market scanner works. It provides a lot of market information. You see here the Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell 2000, A lot of market information. Today's actually, if you've been paying attention to the markets, it's actually a pretty good day here today. The market scanner, there's a lot of built-in information as well. You can come in here, for instance here, let's say I'm going to be pulling up Target here in just a second. You come in here, type in the ticker symbol for Target, and you can pull up a wealth of information here. You can pull up the recent quotes, recent trades. That's the other neat thing. I did see some of you here that are options traders. You can even pull the options chain right from the market scanner here. And that's one of the things, as you go through our full education, we can teach you how to do that. Oops, let me go back into that. But yeah, you can pull up analyst information, earnings, a whole bunch of information right here from the market scanner. As I mentioned before, it is used for stocks, ETFs, futures, and the Forex market. So I'll come in here. I'm going to demonstrate for the stock market here. I know we do have some Forex traders here. I'll see if I have enough time here today. I'll see if I can go ahead and do a Forex demonstration as well. But the Forex market's pretty much the same way as what I'm about to show you here with the stock market. So let's go ahead. Let's jump in right now. Let's just do a quick scan here. Let me show you how this actually works, and I'll show you how you can actually implement this into your trading strategies here. So let's go ahead and here. Right here, you can see here, you select your time frame. I'm just going to leave this on a daily signal for right now. What we'll do is we'll come in, we'll look at a couple different signals as we're going through. You can choose to either be conservative or aggressive. We'll just leave that as conservative. Now, here's the neat thing about this. For those of you, if there's certain different sectors and indexes you trade, you can come in here and you can choose that. We'll just leave that as all stocks here. And we can choose to whether we want to be very bullish or very bearish on the short term and the long term. I'm just going to go ahead, for simplicity's sake here, we'll just go here very bullish and very bullish on the short term and long term. And then all you simply do is you just hit scan all. And what it's going to do is it's going to quickly come back, and here's the information that it provides. I'll pull this down here so everyone can see what's showing here. Based on what this is saying on those the indicators I just put in there, that we would be winning 2,724 trades, losing 298, and there'd be about 472 that we'd want to be staying out of here. And obviously we're going to refine this a little bit, because I'm sure most of you probably agree, trying to look at this many trades at one time, it's still pretty much impossible. But let me just quickly explain to you what we're looking at here. For instance, with this first one here, UPNT, what this is telling us is that right here it's saying that our entry would be at 81 cents. It's setting our first profit target at $1.58. Second profit target's $2.35. Our stop loss is at 4 cents here. And if we come in here, if we look at the chart, it provides us with a little bit more information as well. Now, obviously, this first one I'm showing you here, probably one you want to look at here, because you have this one's at 80 cents. This one's at, what, a penny and 8 cents here, a penny and 7 cents here. So what we'll do is let's refine this here, because ultimately what we're looking at right now is not what we really want to look at as far as trading here. So what we can do is we can come in here, we can refine this. We can set our minimum price at $20. We'll set our minimum volume at 1 million, and then we hit scan all again. It narrows it down a little bit more. Now we're looking at 261 winning trades, it's calling, 22 losing, 9 flat. So now you're looking at a little under 300 different opportunities. But here's the next thing I want to show everybody here, is that if you look at some of these here, you have Bristol-Myers here. It's already hit both of its profit targets. DuPont's already hit its first one. Donaldson here has hit both of it. So what you're really looking for here are what are called pre-buy and pre-sell opportunities. And right now I'm just scanning here. I don't see any. So for simplicity's sake here, for time savings, let's just come back in here, and I'll show you a very simple way to do this. We just simply hit pre-buy, just like this, and bam. So all of a sudden now it's going to pull this up, and what it's showing you here are 9 different stocks. So would everybody agree that 9 stocks is a lot easier to look at than 300, 2,000? So once again, it's saying here that we have Realty Income Corp, Cabela's, Southern Company, Dominion, and so on here. We could go through each and every one of these here, but what I want to do is I'm going to quickly show you here. But some of you might be thinking, well, this is all great and everything, but how do you know if this is really a good opportunity? What you're really going to look at is your risk management here. So we come down here, and if we look at this first one here, Realty Income. This first one right here is saying that our pre-buy, we'd be entering in buying at 63.29. It's telling us our first profit target's at 65.77, second profit target's at 68, and our stop loss is at 60.81. So what we're looking at here is that our first profit target is what, maybe $2.50. We're risking probably at least $2.50, probably even closer to $3 on this. So I think most of you would agree this first one here, if you're looking at it from a risk management standpoint here, this one's probably not a good one. In fact, if you come down here looking at each one of these here, even this one here, Southern Company, your pre-buy is at 50.42, first profit target's at 51, you're risking what, $2 on. It's that one right there is probably not a good one to look at. But let's come down here to Dominion. Now Dominion here, I've actually already taken a look at this before we came into the webinar. It's telling us that our pre-buy is at 73.23, first profit target's at 77.76, second profit target's 82.28, stop loss is at 70.77. So this one here is actually a pretty good opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here to the side. Let's move this over here to the side, just like this. In fact, actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on the chart here for Dominion because I'm going to use this to show you exactly what we can do here. When you find an opportunity like this, and once again, we have some education. I'll pull that up here. I'll see if I have a chance here to pull this up here. Where is Dominion? I think I had the chart already pulled up. Oh, there it is right here. So let's move this over here, just like this. And let's see, let's pull the scanner back up right here. So let's see if it'll let me click on, oops, nah, it's not going to let me do that. Okay, I need to pin this back. Hold on one second, my friends. Okay, so let's pin this back on here. There we go. I'll just move this over right here. And very simply, what you could do here is you can come in here. If everybody can see, I've already translated this information here. It's telling us our entry. Our pre-buy entry is at 73.23, meaning that when it triggers that, we are going to buy into the market. It's telling us our first profit target's right here at 77.76. Second profit target's at 82.26. And for those who wondering about a stop loss here, in fact, let me show you here where we find, oops. So let me do this very, okay, so our stop loss is at 70.77. Everybody see where I'm getting this information, where I'm putting this on here. So yeah, basically what you can do, and like I said, this market trader, the market scanner here, it is a standalone tool. You can use it as a standalone tool just like I'm showing you here. In fact, actually, this trade right here, I've already showed everybody what this is here. Our first profit target is pretty much a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio, meaning that we'd be going after 2 times as much as what we were risking. For some of you, that's probably acceptable. The second profit target is at 3.5 to 1, so that's a little bit better here. So that's pretty much what you can do here. If you're trying to use it as a standalone tool, I think most of you agree even a 2-to-1 risk ratio, that's actually not too bad. You're going after $4.53. You're risking $2.46. Profit target number 2, you're going after $9.03, risking $2.46. So not too bad here. I think most of you agree that's actually not too bad. If you look at some of the probabilities, some of these trades we've been hitting here, it's probably looking like a pretty good trade. Now, one of the things I want to mention here is that, yeah, this isn't probably one of the better opportunities here. A lot of you probably wonder, what is Dominion? So let's come back in here. Let's minimize this here. Oops. Let's minimize this here. And what I want to do is I'm going to come in here, and let me show you another explanation here of how you can do some analysis after you find the trade. And then what I'll do is I'll come back in here. If anybody wants me to look at some specific stocks here, I think we'll have enough time here. I still have about a half an hour left, so we should have enough time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this target trade that we just got into right before coming into the webinar. This is actually the trade that the scanner called here. This is on a 120-minute signal, conservative. And we did a quick search here and found target here. Pre-buy was at 69. The first profit target is at 78.70, 70.78. Second profit target is 72.15. Stop loss is at 68.34. So let me go ahead and pull that up here and show you this here on how this actually is transpiring so far. Well, actually, here we'll pull this one up here. This is one that actually this is at AT&T from yesterday. We're already up a little bit on that one. I'll pull that one up here. But you know what? Before we go to Target, let me pull this one up here. Let me show you why Target was a good one as well. And let me show you this one for AT&T. This one for AT&T yesterday, it was called, right here was our entry at 39.28. First profit target's 63 cents. Second profit target's $1.26. We're risking 62 on that one. Already up on this one, not too bad. And just the last day or so, we're up about 21 cents. So we're looking pretty good at hitting both these profit targets. Let's go ahead. I apologize for getting a little off track here. Let's pull up this one on Target right here. And once again, like I said, all we're simply doing is translating the information right off of our scanner here. It's telling us that our first profit target is right here at 69. I'm sorry, our entry is at 69. Let me type that out. Entry. Right there. So there's our, oops. A little bit smaller for everybody. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so our entry would be right here. First profit target's $1.78. Second profit target is $3.15. We're risking 66. So this one's not too bad. We're looking at about a 2.5 to 1 risk ratio. We're also looking at here The second profit target is a 4.5 to 1. So this one's actually not too bad right here. Now, once again, if we were using it as a standalone tool, we could simply just do it just like this. We just simply put this into our broker's platform, and we're good to go. Now, for those of you that like to do some analysis, you simply translate this onto your charts here, and you're welcome to do as much analysis as you want. In fact, if you can see here, I've already come on here, and for those of you that are familiar with Fibonacci's, I've already come in here, I've already drawn my Fibonacci's right here. So what we're saying here, as you can see right here, we're looking at right here, we had a pullback, a red retracement pullback. And if you're looking here, for those of you that understand Fibonacci's, what our Fibonacci's are saying right here is a little bit of corroboration. Actually, before we move forward here, for those that don't understand Fibonacci's, let me quickly explain to you what we're looking at here. What has happened is that target came up, it pulled back right here to a red retracement level. So what we're looking for is, based on that pullback, is we're looking for target to probably come right up here, which actually lines up almost exactly with where our market scanner is calling this trade right there. Now, another thing here, something you'll learn when you go through our education, is we also teach what are called counter trend line breaks. So if I were to come in here, and I'm looking at this here, if I come in here, I can draw a trend line just like this. Let me extend that so everybody can see this. Extend that a little bit, and I'll make that a different color. What happened is that target pulled back, broke our counter trend line, and we're looking and getting right there. So a little bit of corroboration there. You have your Fibonacci saying, hey, we're looking for it to go here. We got our counter trend line here, breaking the counter trend line, looking to go in here. So once again, you do this how you can do this how this won't. We'll teach you a couple different ways on how to use this here, and I'll explain that here in just a little while. You'll get some video lessons here on how to use this here. But what I want to do is, let me see if I have any other examples I want to show before we actually go in here. And okay, so actually here's what we're going to do. We still have a little bit of time left here. Yeah, Michael, I see your question here about the Forex market. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to ask everybody here, I'm going to reset my scanner. Let me come in here, I'm going to reset this. And if everybody, while I'm resetting this, if you want to type in some ticker symbols that you want to look at, we'll pull this up here and we'll see what we can do. And then hopefully, Michael, will still have a time. Yeah, some of these are asking about the Forex. We'll see if we can do the Forex as well. If you want to type in some ticker symbols right now, we'll do a quick search while I'm resetting my scanner, and we'll see what comes up here. Okay, great. So we got Walmart. Thank you for that. Hold on. Let me start typing some of these out here. WMT, we got Walmart. Apple, AAPL. Thank you for that as well. Under Armour. Yeah, Chad, that's a good one. Yeah, actually, Under Armour is one that's always on our watch list. Thank you for that. Facebook's another good one. Thank you for that as well. McDonald's. Wow, McDonald's. What else we have here? Tesla. Yes, somebody saw I had that Tesla chart pulled up here. So, yeah, we've got here Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's a good one too. I like that one. And a couple more here. eBay. I like eBay. That sounds good. Amazon. Do we have? No, I tell you, on. And we have, yeah, actually, Chad, I like GE as well, so we'll type that one in. So I think we got quite a few here. Let's go ahead, let's do a quick search here. In fact, actually, hold on one second. Let me switch this over here. Let's do something a little bit different here. Is there any specific time frame that anybody trades on here? Does anybody prefer like a 60 or 120 minute? Type in 60 if you prefer 60 to 120, that sort of thing here. Okay, so yeah, I got a lot of you typing in 60 here. So let's go ahead. Let's do this on a 60-minute signal right now. And I'll come back up here and let's hit search. Okay, so here's what we got going on. Okay, actually, okay, here we go. So we actually have a pre-sell opportunity on Amazon right here. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at our pre-sell is 722. First profit target 712. 700, and we got Facebook's another good one. Yeah, Facebook, if you were to look at this one right here, actually, you know, Facebook here actually doesn't look too bad. If you look at the second profit target here, we're risking about $1 going after about $1 and $3. So here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead, let's use Facebook right now. Let's pull up the chart on Facebook, and I'll show you actually how you can actually short the market using a pre-sell opportunity here. Now, actually, yeah, Jeremy's just asking about options. How you would trade this with options? Yeah, give me a second here. Actually, after I pulled this up here, and I'll show you how you can actually trade options with this as well here. So, once again, here's Facebook, FB. Who typed that one in? I think it was Alex. Alex typed that one in. So, Alex, what we're looking at here is that we'll be looking at Facebook here as a pre-sell at 117.74. Our first profit target's about $1 away at 116.88. Second profit target's down here at 114.85. And if you look at this right here, we're looking at here on the 60, 120, it's downward here, so we got a little bit of corroboration on that. But let's go ahead, let's just pull this over here to the side, and I'll just go ahead and I'll open up the chart. That was on the 60-minute time frame, so let's go ahead, let's pull this up here. Facebook, and we'll do this on the 1 hour, just like that here. Now Raymond's asking about this charting platform. Yeah, well, this is pulling up here. Those who've been, a couple have actually asked about this charting platform. This is actually our proprietary charting platform that we provide as part of our education. There's a lot of unique features in here. In fact, if we get it, I'll probably be able to pull up that auto Fibonacci tool here in just a second. I think some of you just saw me demonstrating that auto trendline tool as well. But let's just come in here very quickly here, and all we have to do here, once again, this is Facebook on the 60-minute time frame. We can come in here, and it's telling us that our pre-sell is at 117.74. So what this is telling us is that when Facebook, if it pulls back down here and triggers that 117.74, we're going to be looking to enter into the market. It's telling us our first profit target is going to be down here at 116.88. I'm going to make this blue to match the blue. So we can see there 116.88, and then we have another profit target down here at 114.85. And I'm going to make that orange to match the orange on here. And in fact, let me condense this down just a little bit. So, and let me pull up here what our stop loss is on this. It's telling us our stop loss is at 118.94. So 118.94. Actually, let's make that red to match that. So we have our entry, first profit target, second profit target. Now, based on this one right here, we're looking at, the first profit target isn't a one-to-one, so we probably wouldn't be looking for that one. But if we look at our second one here, we're going after. Looks like our profit target number two. Number two is what about? We'll say about $3. And what did I say? Our risk is about $1.20. So this is looks like our first profit target is about a 2-to-1. So this isn't the best one, but once again, you can go through here, and if this was one you were looking at here, you don't necessarily have to take it. If it doesn't meet your risk management, you wouldn't necessarily have to take it. Now, once again, we use it as a standalone tool. If we were to come in here, if I use that smart Fibonacci tool just like this, here's what we got here. We have an A, B, our C pullback is at the red, so our Fibonacci's are looking for it to go right around there. So you have a couple different profit targets you can utilize here. And for those who wonder how do you spell Fibonacci, it's F-I-B-O-Nacci, just like that. So once again, my friends, this is kind of a very basic Cliff Notes version, kind of how you would do this here. You can come in here, you can draw your counter trend lines, just like that. We would have a nice little counter trend line break here as well. In fact, if you were looking for another corroboration here, if we come in here and draw another counter trend line, if this does in fact come back and break that counter trend line, you'd be looking at a nice little opportunity getting in there on Facebook here. So what we're going to do is we have about 15 minutes left here. Some of you have been asking here, actually Matthew's just asking, Matthew, Mike, I see a lot of you asking here about the Forex market. Let's go ahead, let's do a scan here on the Forex. We have enough time here before I show you how you can actually get this in your hands here today. Now, for those of you, if you've been in our webinars before for Market Traders Institute, you probably already know that the market scanner here is usually, in fact, actually, hold on one second here. Let me explain to you here the market scanner. The market scanner is actually built right into our charting platform. Normally, the only way to get this market scanner is if you actually become a student, and like I said, it is part of our charting platform. However, as part of Investor Inspiration here today, you will actually get the market scanner as a standalone tool. The neat thing about the market scanner is that it's web-based. The neat thing about it is that you can use it in a web browser. In fact, what I do sometimes is I can actually open this up in Chrome, Firefox, one of those application on my tablet or on my iPad, and it's actually mobile. So you can actually do this anywhere you are in a web browser here. Now, if I get time here, I'll actually pull it up here. But what we'll do is let me quickly come in here. So I have just about enough time here. Let's reset this here over to the Forex market right here. A couple of you are. I got a couple of you typing in here. That's great. Because I know a lot of you've been interested in this market scanner. That's what's special about this here today. Normally, we don't offer it as a standalone product. We have actually something very special here today. Make this very affordable. And once again, like all of our products, it is going to be risk-free. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come in here right now. I got a lot of you, like Michael and Matthew and Alex, and a couple of you have been asked about the Forex market. Here's what we're going to do. type in what time frame you like to trade on. I'm going to reset this here, and I'll go ahead and I'll set this up here. I'll do one quick trade here for those of you pick a time frame, and we'll do a quick scan here. Okay, great. Okay, so it looks like, wow, I got a lot of different opportunities here, but it looks like it's kind of interesting here. I got a lot of you saying daily here. That's interesting here. So let's go ahead and here, actually, for those of you that are saying daily, the neat thing about this is let's go ahead. Let's do a scan here on the daily. Let's just come in here, hit the daily, and let's just hit scan all, just like this here. And here's what we got. Okay, so we don't have. Oh, let's see here. Do we have? Okay, we got some pre-sell opportunities here. Let's see here. Let's see if we can narrow this down. Let me see. Let's come back in here. Do we have any pre-buys? Okay, doesn't look like we have any pre-buys, but it looks like we do have some pre-sells here. Let's come in here. Let's hit pre-sell. And let's say it's taking a little bit here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to come in here for time's sake here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find a good one. Let's do pound Canadian. Let's go ahead. Let's click the pound Canadian here. Let's click on the chart for pound Canadian here, and let's see what we got going on here. So let's come in here, and here's what we're looking at on the pound Canadian. Once again, this is on the daily time frame. Now, here's the quick thing I want to explain to you about using this for a daily time frame. Most of you already know is that when you're going to look for the larger time frames. Now, let's say you can't trade it on a daily time frame. You can literally trade it just like I'm about to show you right here. But here's the neat thing about this here. What I do is I tend to use the market scanner on a larger time frame to help give me that direction here. So what the market scanner is telling us right now is we're looking here on the long term, on a daily time frame to enter. Let me set that to candlesticks here. Our pre-sell is going to be at 1.8508. Our first profit target is at 1.8327, and our second profit target here is going to be at 1.8075. So very simply here, we simply can pull this over here to the side, and we simply open up a new chart. We need to set this to Forex, and that is the pound Canadian, which is right there. This is on a daily, and let's open that up. Yeah, a lot of you asked about this. Yeah, but once again, the charting platform I'm showing you here, my friends, yeah, you can use this for both stocks and options here, depending on what program you are enrolled with here as far as becoming a student. Yeah, I assure you we'll give you that charting platform that you can take you for a test drive when you are a student. But very simply here, I have about 3 to 5 minutes left. Let's come in here. It's telling us our pre-sell is going to be right here at 1.8508. Bam. So we're going to be looking for it to pull back here and trigger that. That would be our entry. It's telling us here that our first profit target is going to be right here at 1.8327. And make that blue to match. So there's our first profit target, and second profit target is going to be here at 1.80, just like that. So once again, all we simply have to do here is just you come in here. What the market scanner is telling us is our entry is right here at 1.8508. First profit targets here. In fact, let's measure this here to get you an idea of what our first profit target. So we're going after, wow, so we're looking at profit target number 1 is going to be 188 pips. Not too bad. Second profit target is going to be right here at 441 pips. Just like that. And hold on 1 second here. Yeah, somebody's just asking about what our risk is on this trade. That was on the daily. Our stop loss is at 1.8965. So we put that in here. Make that red. 1.8965. Right there, bam. So first thing I'm looking at here, the thing is that you can look at this for that direction. I'm looking at if I was using this as a standalone tool, however, most of you could probably agree that our risk, in fact, do I have that set up? Yeah, I guess I have that set up, 1.8965. I'd be looking at this right here. This wouldn't necessarily be a good opportunity for me because I'd be looking at if I was, well, first of all, I was using this as a standalone tool, okay? However, Here's a lot of you are saying our stop loss is too wide. However, hold on a second here. Once again, you can use this for simply market direction here. You don't have to use this necessarily as a standalone tool. So watch this. We come up here at the beginning of our new trend, and we draw our Fibonacci tool. Okay, so we had one. There we go here. So based on what we're looking at here, here's what our Fibonacci's are saying here. We had a red retracement pullback. Our Fibonacci's are saying to look for this to come down right along here. Now, once again, if you're looking at this here from this standpoint, a lot of you probably don't trade on a daily time frame. So here's what we could do. We can simply translate this information. We come in here. Let's go down to say maybe a 60-minute time frame here. And this should transfer all the information right over for us here. So now we're on a 60-minute time frame. Here's what it's telling us. It's telling us now our targets are right there and there. If we come up here and we do our Fibonacci's, once again, looks like our Fibonacci's would come right about here. Bam, and then it looks like, let's try this one here. There we go. So if we were looking at this now, this is a little bit more manageable. We had an A to B, red retracement pullback. So what we are looking for now is that direction here. So what we would probably do here is we'd probably trade this down. We can either trade it down to our red extension, or we trade down here, probably looking for maybe a possible pullback, and we can trade it just like that here. And once again, if we're looking for an entry on this, in fact, let me delete this here. If I were looking at an entry on this, I'd be looking at that counter trend line break just like that here. So once again, there's a couple different ways you can use this here. I've kind of showed you here. Yeah, actually kind of like what Michael says right here. Michael Hughes says you take profit when you see it. Yeah, for a lot of you here, you probably take profit at your red extension, profit target number 1, profit target number 2. But I think most of you, you're probably trading on a lower time frame like this here. So there's a couple different ways you can use this, my friends. You can use this. Once again, you can use it for stocks and options. Actually, hold on a second here. Actually, a couple quick questions here. Now, David is asking, what is a pip? David, if you missed this here before, let me just quickly explain to you for those of you wondering what a pip is. A pip is a unit of measure. It's a fraction of a penny. If you go through our education, we'll teach you this in much greater detail. What a pip is, what lot sizes are, how to use the Forex market here. So I just showed you right there for the Forex market. Where was that? Hold on one second. Let's pull this up here. So that was on the pound Canadian dollar for the Forex market. Now, somebody's just asking here, how do you trade options with this here? Let me quickly show you here for those of you. Actually, yes, a couple of you are here asking here about this Facebook here. Let's go back here to Facebook here. I have about 2 minutes to explain this here before I can show you here how you can actually get the market scanner. Some of you have been wondering here, well, how do you make money in this market when it's going down? As a stock trader, what you can do is what's called shorting the market. As an options trader, what you do is you would utilize put options here. And we teach this in much greater detail. We teach this in much greater detail on how to do this here. But that's a couple different ways of how you can trade this here utilizing this information. And once again, for Facebook, let's come back in here. That was Facebook on the 1 hour time frame. I apologize for not kind of skipping over that here to show you how you can trade this with options. Let's switch this back over to stocks. Let's switch this here to Facebook, FB. And let's set this. That was on a 60-minute time frame. Hold on one second here. Oops. Okay, so what we would do here, for those of you that trade this as options, you can come in here right now, and once again, we teach this in detail how to find the best options for this that meet your criteria. You can come in here and pick the best option that meets your criteria of what you're looking for here. And once again, yeah, for those of you wondering as far as announcements and that sort of thing, you can come in here, find out what happened during recent earnings, the past earnings reports, get an idea when their next earnings report is going to be happening here, you get an idea what recent trades are. So you can use the market scanner to give you a lot more information that'll help you plan your trade. Because once again, I mean, there's a couple different ways you can use this. You can use it as a standalone tool. You can use it just like I showed you here, utilizing some analysis on this as well. Like for instance here, looking for corroboration as to what's going, or like what I just showed you on that Forex trade, how you can do this here. Now, a lot of you are asking here, how do you get this here, that sort of thing. I have about 5 minutes here. Let me quickly explain to you here what we're going to do for everybody here today. Once again, normally the market scanner, it is a standalone tool. It's not a standalone tool. Normally it's built right into our charting platform. In fact, let me pull that back up here 1 second because I only have a couple more minutes left here. I showed you that target trade here once again. In fact, let's pull that up here. Let's see if we have any update here on what's going on with our target trade. In fact, where did my charts go? There we go. Let me pull it up here. I apologize for kind of rushing over this because I only have about a couple more minutes left here. Yeah, our target one was the good one right here. Once again, this is one that got called here, so we're waiting for it to enter right there, going after these profit targets. Now, once again, for those of you wondering about this charting platform, yeah, that auto Fibonacci tool is built in, that smart trendline tool. The scanner, like I said, is built right into our charts as well. Now, for those of you wondering as far as having this web-based, let me quickly see if I can pull that up here. Let me see if I can quickly pull that up. And let's see if more. There we go. Now, for those of you, if you're one of our students, we will give you the login that you can access this through the charts. For those of you that are not students and you want to access through a web browser, you can simply pull up, like I just pulled up here, this is Internet Explorer, and you can log in. You can access this right through a web browser. And once again, like I said, I have a 10-inch tablet. I use this on a 10-inch tablet just like that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm giving the warning here. I have about 4 minutes left, my friends. Once again, the neat thing about the market scanners can help you find these pre-buy and pre-sell conditions. You can determine your risk-reward ratio, and that's generally what I do is I make sure that I have a proper risk-reward ratio before I place the trades. You can come in and customize your time frames. We even have watch lists. So if there's specific Forex pairs, different stocks you're looking at, you can actually set up a watch list, and it will automatically do that for you here. And once again, it can show your entry, your stop loss, your profits, everything just like that. Yeah, Fabian's asking, what's the cost on this here? I'll get to that here in about 2 seconds. Now, what you're going to get with all this here is you're going to get the scanner. We'll give you that scanner, show you can access it here. You also get a quick start training, so you'll be able to start scanning, utilizing what I just showed you right here. We also will include $2,200 worth of Forex profit boosting free bonuses that go along with this. And for those of you that stick along and you do this on a month-to-month basis, you will get lifetime of support this. And once again, we also give you 14 days to try this out. So when you actually take the scanner for a test drive here today, you're literally going to have 2 weeks to take it for a test drive risk-free. So you either find the value in it or you don't. You don't have to take my word for it here today. You actually get to take it for a test drive. So I have about 3 more minutes, my friends, here. I got a lot of you asking, how do you get involved? How much is it? That sort of thing. Normally the scanner is $299 per month. And normally, the only way you can get it is through our education. Now, those of you that have been to our webinars, you know our education. Depending on whether you go for the stock and options program or the Forex program, we're talking about a couple $1,000s to get the access to the charting and everything for this year. So what we're going to do is something special here, however. Once again, this is going to be sold standalone as a standalone tool, but we're also going to do something very special. We're going to actually make it very affordable for everybody, $99 for your first month here. We're going to save you $200 off the first month, and if you choose to go beyond the first month, it's only going to cost you $199 a month thereafter. So here's your first opportunity to actually get the market scanner as a standalone tool. The neat thing about this is that you're also going to get 14 days to take it for a test drive. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, Jerry's asking about this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send out a link to everybody right now. Those of you, click on that link. You can register to get this here. Jerry just asked, does it work on an Apple platform? Yeah, Jerry, you can pull this up right from a web browser. In fact, I'm going to pull that up right here. As long as you have a web browser, you can access this here. In fact, I have this in Internet Explorer. You can actually do this on a tablet. I use Chrome, I think, on my tablet, or Firefox. So it doesn't matter what operating system you have. You have a web browser, you can access here. Now, let me come back in here. Once again, we're giving you 14 days to take this for a test drive. So, if anything, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that find the value in this, click on that link. In fact, I'll show you here how to register. I have about 2 more minutes left here. But you're going to be able to take this for a test drive, knowing that you have 2 weeks to take it for a test drive risk-free, meaning that whether you find the value in this or not, today is what? Today is Tuesday, the 7th here. So we'll say 2 weeks from now, you make that decision whether you found the value in this. If you found the value, you can continue using it. We'll lock you in, saving you that discount. For those of you, if you don't find the value in it, you simply return the program and we'll refund the $99 that you invested into it here today. Now, here's the other thing. I really shouldn't say this, but the neat thing about this is that would it be worth it to at least take it for that test drive for 2 weeks? And even if you found the value in it, would it be at least worth it to take it for that test drive? You still have that opportunity within those 2 weeks, those 14 days, to actually return it for the refund. So I have about 1 more minute here, my friends. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send that link out one more time. I see the attendees here have done that here. What I want to do, Yeah, this is only for today, my friends. Yeah, the only way, this is the only, for those of you wondering, this is the only time we're going to be doing this offering here. Normally, to get the market scanner, you're going to have to go through our education program, so you're going to have to actually enroll for this here today. This is only for today. This is our investor inspiration special here. Now, when you click on that link, I have about 30 seconds left, my friends. When you click on the link, it's going to take you to this page. It's going to go over everything I just showed you here today. You simply just enter your billing information, type in your payment information, you place your order. You'll probably be receiving an email letting you know you are registered. It will probably also include the link to actually log in. So pretty much what you'll be able to do today, as soon as you go ahead and you register for this here today, you'll be able to go into a web browser, and we'll give you all the information on where you log in. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up here. You'll be able to log into a web browser, and you'll literally be able to use this here today. You'll be able to go through the education programs and the training as well. You'll have 2 weeks to take that for a test drive. So I'm basically being given the time to kind of, once again, my friends, I apologize. I had 45 minutes to go over this. If we had more time, I'd be able to go in a little more detail on this here today. But if you found the value in this, once again, it's a risk-free opportunity. Whether you see the value in it or not, you get 14 days to take it for a test drive. So on that note, my friends, thank you, everybody. If anybody has any questions, I'll try to stick around here for a little bit. And I see a couple of you here I've been asking as far as registering for our education. Yeah, if you're interested in the education, type your phone number in the chat box. I'll stand by, and we'll have an education specialist reach out to you, give you the information on that. So on that note, my friends, I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Investor Inspiration here. Thank you for letting us come here today.